but yeah, the question is kind of like, can we engage? Can we actually supply some data, given everything that we've heard today, given the larger context with EC, Europe, doing something for our languages, the resources that we have, the legal status of these resources. And of course, hopefully, the basic message is yes, we can. And that's like the first slide. The specifics are kind of like, does your organization have useful data for this? Can you see this data shared? What are the practicalities for making this happening inside your organization? Can you see the benefits that you would accrue from this? Because it's not just sharing the data, the idea is you also get something in return. And what's the best way to follow up? And these are kind of like the questions that we put to our panel members. Of course, we carefully hand-picked the members of the panel. But I have to say that we did not know whether they would actually sort of like, produce something. The only thing we knew was that they, according to our judgment at the time, were likely to be enthusiastic about the whole process and about the whole idea. That was all. And that paid off really, really well. Like, I think in all the workshops, we got very, very positive responses and at least willingness to engage. One very important part is the last one. We said earlier on that it's important to get the right people to the workshops. Often they are technically the right people, but they may not be the final decision makers. They might be running the translation unit, director of translation unit, etc. They know what data is there, but they may have to ask their director to actually free the data. And there might be additional steps, sort of like maybe, again, documentation from the EC, a letter or something like that, and we can make that happen. And in the following up, often we talk to the people who were at the workshop, and we ask them then to make that introduction for us to the person within their unit, within their department, within their ministry, who can actually then make that decision. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, I think all the workshop, there was sort of like, a bit of apprehension, at least on our part, but so far it has been, going really well. From enthusiastic to really, really well. And we're beginning to see the first fruits, the first donations or the first data items that are shared with us.